Hey, so I wanted to tell you guys how much I love this film. I'm obsessed with alligators. I love them a lot. So being able to see them just unleash all their shenanigans on screen was great. I wanted to ask you both.
Fantastic.
Yay! I wanted to ask you both what drew you to this project initially.
For me, it was claustrophobic, right? Which I love those type of things. With although beautiful creatures, I wouldn't want to be in close proximity and trapped with flooding water around them. And it was something I'd never seen before. I hadn't read it before. It was an original idea, and I was scared reading, and I jumped reading the script. That was it. That's all I need. If I don't get that, then I'm not interested in producing it.
And for me, I think the originality of the concept, that it really could happen, which I think makes for a great horror film, and the brilliance of the director, Alex Saja.
That brings me to my next question. Did you guys initially ask Alexandra?
Yeah, Asha,
Yeah. Did you? Did he reach out to you?
So
How was he brought on to the project?
absolutely. I got the screenplay as a spec from the Rasmussen brothers. I did a little bit of work with them. Then I had been talking to Alex in the past about trying to find a project to collaborate on. So when I read it, he was the first director I thought of, and so I sent it to him. And luckily enough, he said, "I loved it at the log line." That's sort of how I got involved with Alex and brought him aboard to do this movie. And then Alex and I approached Sam, and we were hoping that he'd respond to the screenplay.
It was great.
Which luckily he did.
Did you guys know anything about alligators prior to this? And how has your opinion of alligators either evolved or developed since?
I think that my son watches a ton of like National Geographic documentaries about alligators, saltwater crocs, and all those sort of things. So I enjoy watching those with him and seeing them, hiding in the streams and just launching up and grabbing their prey. So I think we were pretty faithful to a lot of that, and like Sam was saying earlier, Alex did a ton of research in trying to make sure we were as accurate as possible while delivering entertainment for everyone. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think my opinions. I'm still afraid of them. I don't want to be. This is close enough. Thank God. There's like 3 barriers before we get to them, so that's close enough for me. I'm not like, oh, let me stick my hand in an alligator's mouth or anything like that. What about you?
Oh my God. Well, I actually geeked out a lot during the film because it was so close. I was so afraid that there would be like some inaccuracy and I was going to get mad because I'm one of those people.
Right.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it
Awesome.
so much. How about you, Sam?
His answer was so long-winded, I forget the question.
Has
You
your
say-
your opinions about alligators changed after watching the movie and producing this movie?
No,
Yeah.
I was afraid of them,
Yeah.
and I'm still afraid of them.
I mean, they're very strong and powerful creatures. That's fair.
Yeah. The pressure in their jaws is ridiculous.
Yeah.
My final question before we wrap up is, if you were faced with an unruly horde of alligators, what would you do? Would you survive? Explain. 'Cause I know my answer.
You go, Sam, on that one.
You mean they're coming for us right now?
Like, if you were trapped in a crawl space,
What would you do?
What would you do?
Throw me in there. And then he'd run.
How's that?
Every man
That's
for
what I would do.
himself. How about you?
God, I try to do exactly what Haley does during the movie. I think she did everything at her, within her grasp to try to figure out. So that's what I do.